Llévate más de lo que esperas todos los días con el nuevo McValue en McDonald's. Ahora puedes comprar uno y sumarle otro por $1. Así que cuando tu equipo favorito enfrente a sus rivales, enfrenta tus antojos con $5 Meal Deals. Y si estás corriendo para alcanzar el desayuno, corre a la app para llevarte ofertas antes del cutoff. Tú decides, y con McValue, tu decisión siempre rinde más. Precios y participación pueden variar. BOGO $1 válido para un producto de igual o menor valor. Debe estar registrado en Rewards para ofertas en el app.
Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA. Have you ever just thought to yourself, why me? Why is life so unfair? What do other people see? When they watch me walk by, when I catch my reflection, people run. Like I have a contagious infection. But it's not my mental health. I know that can be crushing. I'm talking about plaque psoriasis. Bet you didn't see that coming. I'm sick of the judgment, the discomfort and itching. Vitama Cream is the once daily steroid-free treatment I know I've been missing.
Vitama Tapinarof Cream 1% is a prescription topical treatment for adults with plaque psoriasis. Do not use if you're allergic to Vitama Cream. The most common side effects of Vitama Cream include red raised bumps around the hair pores, pain or swelling in the nose and throat, skin rash or irritation, including itching and redness, peeling, burning or stinging, headache, itching, and flu. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or plan to be. Ask your doctor if Vitama Cream is right for you. You deserve more from your topical. To learn more, visit topicaluprising.com.
The Courtney Show.
Do you think I'm a weirdo? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you think I'm a weirdo?
Am I Weird Wednesdays? All right, so Am I Weird Wednesday? Who said it in here they had one they wanted to bring up?
It was not me.
I've got one for me.
Yeah.
So I, did a late night Steak and Shake run somewhat recently, and I used my own ketchup out of the refrigerator, which is where I keep my ketchup. I grew up ketchup not in the refrigerator.
Oh, really?
That's how I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point, ketchup in the refrigerator. Use the ketchup, use the Steak and Shake food, put it into my mouth, went to sleep, left the ketchup out.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to eat that ketchup anymore.
Real, even though you know.
Even though I know.
Totally fine.
I know it's totally fine, but there's something going on in my brain that it's a refrigerated item, and I left it out. And so now it's like, this isn't going to work.
It's like refreezing something that you defrosted. And you're like, I don't know why, but I feel like I'm not supposed to do this.
Yes. I remember at one point, my mom told me when I was young, like, I made a pizza, then I then the next day came and then I reheated the pizza, what was left over. And then I was like, oh, well, now I have leftovers.
But it was reheated twice?
That was my intention. And she's like, it just kind of doesn't work like that. Like a reheated pizza.
Right.
I agree.
So dried out.
I do agree with her.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
And she's a reheating master.
Yeah, you
were right.
You only have one shot at the reheating. If you don't eat it then,
it's toast.
You got to trash it.
No, I don't.
So yeah, the ketchup thing, like there's just a little bit of a mental thing where I'm like, am I putting this back in the fridge and pretending like this never happened?
But that's weird because you grew up with lukewarm ketchup.
Yes.
And I prefer room temperature ketchup.
I like it cold.
I have a real hard time
too.
Hot fries, cold ketchup. I like that combo.
I don't like the cold ketchup on my burger.
All my condiments, everything is cold. And Alex, it was that way. Their house was, hot sauce and stuff was in the cabinets. I put everything in the fridge.
You put the hot sauce in the fridge
everything
too?
Me too.
In the fridge.
And I didn't used to.
But I know you don't have to. I get it. But nope, I like it that way.
I don't think it makes you weird.
Okay, cool.
But you're not gonna throw it out, are you?
Well, not after this conversation. I just wanted a little bit of support here.
I support you.
Thank you.
All right, I have a couple more food ones from some of our listeners. And I'm not sure if anybody texted you last week when we did it too.
We do have a few.
Okay, when I'm down to the last few, this is always food related because we all
have weird food stuff.
It starts when you're young, and then it's something that you just continue. All right, so Christina said, when I'm down to the last few bites of my meal, I have to study what's left on my plate and then decide, this sounds a little like Tim, your brother, decide what I think will be the best bite so I can save that one for last.
Yes.
If it's a really good meal, it can be in a serious internal debate as to pros and cons of each bite being the absolute best to save for last. I do the same thing.
100%.
Remember I told that story? My buddy Matt did the same thing with the nachos, and then his girlfriend knocked the nachos out of his hand at the ball game. He had the last bite left, and it was gone.
You save it to make...
So that's the final thing that you remember.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to end on
a cold fry.
Something lame.
Yes. Okay.
I did that last night with pizza. So, like, I had the cheese sticks, the pizza, ranch dipping sauce, and the brownie that came with the pizza.
Wow.
Brownie that came with the pizza.
Well, then I added on to the pizza order.
So what was your last bite?
I kept going around the horn, and I was just like, oh, man, now I want more of this. And so my last bite ended up being of the pizza with a little dab of the ranch sauce.
See, my last bite got a little bit messed up last night, but I thought it was a good thing because I had a cheeseburger and fries that I made, and I timed it all out so it all balanced out right. So you get some cheeseburger and some fry, and then I looked over and Alex had like 4 fries left. I'm like, well, I'm gonna eat those, but I'd eaten everything,
and usually
so then I finished with it was too much fry.
You would have normally finished with the last bite of the burgie, right?
Probably a combo of the two.
Yeah.
But I would have gone in a little harder on the fries had I known I had like 4 fries.
Oh yeah, you want to keep the fries going until the end.
Is there anything better than bonus fries? The fries that you didn't count on?
Yeah, you go to throw the bag away and you're like, oh my God, there's 15 fries.
The renegade fry. All right, Michelle said there's 2 about dying that moms really freaked us out as kids. She said, my mom always said that if you put shoes on the table, it meant someone was going to die. This one is stuck with me, and I will never allow shoes on the table.
Man, I got to start that lie in our house. Kids are always putting stuff on the table that shouldn't be there.
But it's all things that you're taught at a young age that stay with you, and then you have then passed those on.
Mom doesn't want you putting your shoes on the table.
That's the only reason.
Because she made it up.
Disgusting.
Well, it is gross. It is gross.
It's disgusting. I can't even put loose shoes in a bag. Or, like, I'm not putting loose shoes in a gym bag with other stuff.
You put them in like another bag.
Like a Schnucks bag. Yeah.
Now, I never thought about that.
Now where have you been stepping?
No,
I mean,
everywhere.
We all are in a bathroom every day.
That's true.
Yeah, now you've ruined that for me.
Ugh.
Never even thought about it.
I'm sure everything is fine, but there's something mentally that I'm like,
gross.
I don't like this.
And then another death one. This is from Angel. When I see a funeral procession, I have to look away so I don't know how many cars are in line. When I was a kid, I was told if you count the cars, you would have someone in your family die.
Oh, my God.
And then you would find yourself in a procession. This one is no lesson. This doesn't help anyone.
No, it's not keeping you from doing anything other than just counting.
Just mean. I did like Jim's, though. Jim Walitis said, I live in St. Louis. Am I weird? I use my turn signal regularly, and I don't block traffic in the far left lane. Am I weird?
Yeah. You're a freak.
All right, send us your weird questions that you might have about yourself. We would love to hear them. You can text them, of course, 314-669-4665, or you can go to the Arch app and send us a message directly.
The Courtney Show.
Listen to my strong opinion. Time to bitch.
Strong opinions. We've got them, and we're going to bring them to you. Brought to you by TR Hughes. Want $25,000 off a move-in ready home? Visit trhughes.com. Look who just stopped by the studio.
Hey, kids. How are you?
That is one Mr. Paul
Guy Phillips.
As I mentioned earlier this morning, you're just bringing everybody over.
That's right.
This is a dream of mine right here, to be on the Courtney Show. Honestly, God, I got a piece of mail about Courtney a year ago. I'm like, what in the heck? She's working for State Farm or something.
It was the giveaway that we had.
It was really cool.
Remember the giveaway?
We got to do that again.
Courtney's
It was
cash.
before Tim.
Courtney's cash.
Courtney's cash.
I still have it on the
things have changed.
fridge. So Tim comes in, and then there's no more mailing, no more budget for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he took our budget out.
There goes that.
That was
no
it.
more direct marketing.
Oh, it's so good.
Direct-
It's so good to see you.
Oh, you two. I mean, we go way, way back, and you are a super wonderful, loving friend.
I am. No, yeah.
Okay, now
super
talk
talented.
about Brando.
But kind of a jerk. Brando and I went and met The Rock together.
That's right. Whenever I tell the story
The
when I
Rock.
met The Rock, we were both there.
Yeah. Yeah, both of our wives.
When people ask, like, what's the biggest celebrity you've ever met? I always go, I'm like, I think it's The Rock.
Yes, me too.
There's no bigger celebrity out there. Like Tom Cruise, maybe.
It was just such a
He
casual
was so great, too. He was so, and I have a liner, hey, you better listen to the Paul Cook Show or I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
And I air it all the time. But I don't ever have a show that's called the Paul Cook Show. Why didn't you just kind of make it go in there?
Why didn't he say, can you smell what the Paul is cooking?
Right.
That would have been good.
Right.
I got the same thing, but it says Paul Cook. It's weird.
Paul Cook smells. What?
All right, well, hang out for a little while, Paulie. We're going to give our strong opinions right now. And I'm going to start with Chris Convey since he's not had a forum to discuss his strong opinions in a while.
Okay, cool. So you guys will all just definitely understand what I'm talking about here. You know when you're surfing and you drop in.
Oh, yeah. It does suck.
Oh, you guys don't? Okay, sorry. All right,
go on.
You know when you want some, like, coconut water and you climb up the coconut tree. And I know you guys don't.
Come on now.
Use your blinker.
When you're riding your bike in Iceland.
Yeah.
Well, mine were Southern California things. Use your blinker is my strong opinion. I know we've had something similar to this before, but everybody just start using your blinker. Overuse it if you have to. Like, use your blinker at all times. If your car is ever turning, use your blinker. Is your car turning left? Use your blinker. Are you veering right? Use your blinker. Use your blinker.
Use your blinker.
Use your blinker.
The blinker.
Do you have an incident that connected with it? You just
yeah, I will let anybody with a blinker in front of me. Anybody that's got their blinker on, I will let them in front of me.
If you're blinking, you're letting them in.
I'm thinking you can get in. But if you do not have your blinker on and you are not signaling that you need to merge or do this thing, that I can't be a party to that. Like, I will not. I just use your blinker.
Co-sign that kind of behavior.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm an over blinker.
I am too. I'll do it in my neighborhood.
I do it in my
nobody's behind
if
me.
If I'm pulling into my driveway at 3:00 in the morning, I am still throwing the blinker.
I'm an over blinker user.
That's what I'm talking about.
Over blink.
People tease me all the time.
I ain't blinking.
Get in the process.
You ain't blinking.
Not there.
Gotta blink, man.
Thinking.
I just think it's just a habit.
Yes.
If I'm turning, I'm putting a blinker on.
Yes.
It's a great habit.
Hard habit to break.
I have
your
blinking
blinkers.
Make me not cool. And I got to try out a car like Bomberito, like this really cool car, a Honda thing, like low, fast sports car. And I was zooming in and out of traffic. You know, I thought I was really cool. And then I looked down and realized I had the blinker on the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
So I looked like a total nerd cruising through.
Your left turns look great. The right turns, you have no idea what you were doing.
To me, I want Missouri and Illinois to be known for, man, these guys are always using their blinkers. Man, these guys, we really know where they're going. Hey, they know where they're going.
They're blinker people.
Blinker people.
All right. I'm going to go with my strong opinion for today. And this is just a small one. But if you are dumb, you should not be able to post reviews on any business. You should have to take a test before you post a review.
Before you can post a comment on anything.
Yes. You should have to take some kind of intelligence quiz before you can post anything.
I like that because it affects the ratings of a business. And you may have just been an idiot.
Yes.
You just didn't understand how McDonald's works.
You're not a good person, and you have affected a business. This woman called 911 because, and then left a terrible review on this company's website or whatever, wherever you leave reviews, because she bought some pork, and she said it had a slight pink tinge to it. Well, that's what. Because it's called the other white meat. Yeah. She's like, no, this is incorrect. So she called 911 and then she went and reviewed the company because she didn't know.
Oh, my God.
So I'm just saying.
Dumb.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
She's just dumb.
Take a quiz.
I have a best thing I saw yesterday that I didn't read, but it's very similar to what you're saying. This guy tweeted out, he said, everyone who works in customer service should legally be allowed to fight one customer per year.
Yes.
Because this person wrote a review, says, at the last minute, me and my sister went to the Subway to get 63-foot-long subs for my grandson's confirmation party. We had to wait over an hour for the subs! Exclamation point.
63.
It was such a long wait, and the lady who took my order reporter seemed really annoyed with me.
That's how I feel before when I go to White Castle and get a Crave case for like a trivia night or something.
Yeah. I feel terrible.
I feel bad. So I usually try to go into the store because this is going to shut everything down.
Right. And you hope that your celebrity can kind of pay things.
I don't know if you know who I am.
Smooth things over.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
I'm friends with Paul.
All right, who's next, Brando?
I can go. So mine, I think, Chris, you'll enjoy this. It was not planned. Mine is driving related as well. On the way home yesterday, a truck to our left just started veering at us, like merging right at us, didn't see us. Nathan had to slam on the brakes, hit his horn. Clearly this truck didn't see us. Not that it was an intentional thing.
No, it was like a blind spot.
I guess. I don't know.
Hey, we love truck drivers around here.
This was not a truck. This was just a pickup truck. Just swerved right at us, slammed on the brakes, whatever, and so it was a scary moment, but it was fine. Everything's fine. At that point, if you cause an accident, or if you not cause an accident, but if you almost cause an accident, you just have to get out of the way. Like, you may do the wave, like, oh, I'm sorry that I almost caused an accident there, but you also need to now get out of the way.
Yeah.
Because then he just kept kind of riding next to us, and then Nathan was trying to get around, to get ahead of him, or like he would speed up and slow down. I'm like, no. You just go away now.
You
either slow down and let us go ahead.
Yeah.
Or
because now you're a little worried about them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not...
Take a minute.
I'm not calling the cops, but you go away.
Yeah.
You almost drove us off the road. I don't want to be driving buddies with you anymore. Go away.
Go away and give a wave. Like,
the wave is great.
Everyone's on me.
What did I do?
All right, Tim.
Before I get to my strong opinion, I had a realization. For the 4th, 5th, maybe 6th week in a row, asked Emma for ideas for a strong opinion. She always comes through. And I realized, 1, that my wife is very opinionated, and 2, that my opinions and feelings and thoughts are being replaced by my wife's. And that's kind of a marriage
that's married life.
Where I'm like, I don't have strong opinions of my own anymore. I just co-opt hers.
Yeah.
She has strong opinions about you.
Yes. And it's been made clear to me through this segment. So my strong opinion, which is borrowed from my wife, and this is an interesting one. You're ordering food at a busy spot. She was at an airport, for example, right? And it's a whole bunch of, your orders are coming up fast and furious, right? This isn't a little coffee shop. Use numbers and not names, because people have the same names all the time. If you use a number, if you give that person a ticket and you say, order 15, order 27, that's easy. But if you say like Mike or Emily.
Got an order for Mike.
There's lots of Mikes and Emilys. Stick to the number thing. Not buying it, Landrum?
No, I'm with you.
Oh, okay. Just makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah?
Number the people.
Although they might come back and say, like,
this
the
is
people
what we
lose
like.
their numbers, and then they don't know what their number is.
They're trying to be...
You know your name.
They're trying to be like, we know you.
Yeah.
Local coffee shop.
Yes.
We know you.
Yes.
Regular.
They don't know me.
They don't.
I'm just a number.
You don't know me.
Let me be a number.
Condi.
You don't know my address.
Yeah, I don't even know me anymore. I have all my wife's opinions. You don't
Paul,
You'll be okay.
Before we move on, do you have a strong opinion about anything?
I didn't until I got in here, and now I got one on driving, just because we're talking about driving. It's not as bad as Brando's, but the person that is driving beside you for too long, and you're like, do I look
You're
up?
pacing the same.
Yes, and it's like, why are we? I never try to do that. I always try to get at least before or after there, but looking, and then you look, and they're not looking.
And they speed up maybe
you think
sometimes
there's a fight?
too.
Well, I wonder. I'm like, is something going on? Are they eyeballing me like they're mad because I did something?
Or they're going to flash a firearm. That kind of
just
thing.
like, oh my God, that's Paul Cook over there.
That happens a lot.
That happens.
All the time.
But when you're pacing the same as people in any part of life, like when you're at a grocery store and you're on the same sort of pace as somebody else, you're like, I got to get out of
It's
here.
uncomfortable.
I'm going to do the reverse of this person
because something.
I thought that was just me. That's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, you keep running into them.
Yeah, like here we are in produce again.
I like it.
Us two shopper togethers.
Well, Paul, you're at our sister station. When can people hear you at WIL next?
That's a great question.
You don't know yet? This weekend?
This weekend
Okay.
on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. I'm going to be there, yes. And I'm going to wear a hat because Remy had a hat on and all three of you guys have hats on.
You should wear a cowboy hat.
Oh my God. I have been dropping the cowboy emoji a lot. But I think people are feeling like a little degraded by it. You know, we're not all cowboy hat
like
people.
You're like, I'm on the country station.
Oh, look at me.
The Courtney Show.
Randos today brought to you by banana flavored stuff. Did you know that flavor tastes like a banana that doesn't exist anymore?
Unbelievable.
That's why it tastes
Why are we even still here?
nothing like an actual banana. Here's some research for you. You can buy happiness for $10,000. Researchers know this because they gave 200 random people a one-time payment of $10,000 and required them to spend it within 3 months. Sort of like a low-stakes Brewster's Millions. They recorded... I enjoyed that one a lot.
It took me a second. I had to let it
marinate.
A little slow delay for me.
To get through some hops. Researchers, they recorded how the people felt on a monthly basis and found that they reported being happier and more satisfied with their lives than another group that didn't get any of the money. All right, duh. Makes sense. You give somebody $10,000, probably going to be happier. However, the good vibes continued into the months after the money had been spent. So there was like this long-term effect for most of these people when they gave them $10,000. And they said that's kind of like this magic number. So it's not like $100 where it's like, all right, thanks for $100. It's going to go away. You know, they're researchers. They can't afford to give everybody like $10 million, but they said
it's that significant. It brought them that much more happiness.
Yeah, exactly. They said it didn't affect everybody. Some people with household incomes above $123,000 didn't report any noticeable improvements because they're already swimming in cash. People with low incomes, especially countries with low incomes like Brazil, Indonesia, and Kenya, they gained 3 times more happiness than those in high-income countries like Australia, Canada, the UK, and here in the U.S.
Wow.
But still, there was a significant bump, $10,000. 10,000, that would affect our family.
We should survey all the Very Courtney Christmas winners and see how much this boosted their happiness.
How many months of joy
all
they
these
get from
prizes
all
that they're
the great
winning.
prizes.
Quite a bit.
I feel like it's probably about $10,000 worth of stuff there, gang. That's what I'm saying. Have you heard the term familect?
No.
Nope, never heard of it either. So it's like a mashup of family and dialect. Familect. So it means, what do you think it means?
Well, I mean,
The way your
family talks.
Yeah, but it's words that you use, phrases that you use, that everyone in the family knows what they mean, but outside of that family, no one understands. So they're like, sometimes it's made up words. Maybe your dad say he messed up a word and then you just call it that. To me, it's just kids. We have so many words that we use
now as the real word that your kids have changed.
Yes. So like when I was a kid, my cousin called a spoon a boose. And so then my grandma always called it a boose.
Uh-huh.
And we just laughed, and that was the way it was. Now, like, I've got all these from my kid. I just started writing them down. Aaron called overalls, he called them shirt pants.
Yes.
We call them shirt pants. He called a skunk a stunk, which I'm like, that's actually more appropriate.
Uh-huh.
It's a stunk. Augie called Parmesan cheese. He couldn't say that. And it's when he said it, it sounded like Papa John's. So now we just call it Papa John's. And Amelia, one year we were like, we saw all the Christmas lights for the first time, and she was real little, and we're like, look, it's Christmas outside. And she looked out the window and she went, Christmas. So now we every year have to say
And phrases
Christmas.
are things like your dad. Pizza never goes to waste.
Yeah.
Pizza never goes to waste.
Pizza never goes to waste.
That's part of our family.
Yeah.
And this is a St. Louis thing, but man, was I ridiculed for calling that pasta muscatoli.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But
And I
that's
know
just how we say it.
I know that's
If you say it the right way around here, people look at you like, who the hell do you think you are?
I can't say it the wrong. I can't go in on the musca.
You say mustacholi now?
Yeah, mustacholi.
I just avoid it. Eating it, saying
Is that a Nick thing? Did Nick just like,
No, but
look, knock it off?
because I order it all the time at my favorite Italian place.
I think if I'm ordering I would say mustacholi.
Yes.
But when my grandma has it, it's muscatoli.
Musca.
so weird.
More state parks are adding all-terrain wheelchairs so that people with disabilities can go explore nature. I didn't know about this. This is a great idea.
Yes, it is.
You can go off-roading. Because you think about it, if you're in a wheelchair, now that I've got Owen in a wheelchair, man, it's
You realize
hard
how-
to get around. Like, oh, you're on wheels. No, it's difficult, and they're unstable.
They're
Heavy. Oh, my gosh. But yeah, that's really cool. So the Washington Post just did a big story on that.
Can I go back to Familect real quick?
We're
One
gonna go
time
back to the
I got in an
banana.
argument and 4 people tried to convince me that the term throw your hat into the ring was just something that my family said. It wasn't like a thing people knew about.
Really?
Were they messing with you?
No. It may have been one of the largest fights Ludo's ever been in.
No, they had never heard that term?
No.
Or that phrase?
How can...
And they were like, no, your family
What else
just
would you
says
throw
that.
into the
And I
ring?
went bonkers. I mean, crazy.
What else?
Totally crazy.
And you probably couldn't look it up then.
Back then, you couldn't look it up.
Yeah.
And then even when I was right, but then, I don't want to get
Will they? Do you bring it up ever and say, "Hey"?
No, because it was ugly.
It got
I would
that
go out of my
ugly?
way to try
And
to
then
work that phrase into a conversation.
I got so angry that it became that I wouldn't even admit that I might have been right or that I might have been wrong. And it was like, but I knew I was right. So of course I
you
would.
were right.
It probably made you crazy.
Crazy.
This is when you
Just
left the band and then came back later?
I didn't. That's a different. People don't get. Brando's doing a bit, and it's a great bit.
That nobody really knows.
I never left the band.
One of my favorites.
That's the point.
Enjoy it.
I know it's
every time.
It's got legs.
A 14-year-old girl in San Diego named Leanne Fan was recently named America's top young scientist. Who knew this was a thing? She won a $25,000 grant for inventing headphones for kids that use blue light therapy in the headphones to treat ear infection. So it's kids got an ear infection.
14.
Apparently,
I'd like to see these parents.
maybe she just married up the technology that already existed.
It's pretty incredible.
Like blue light technology, and she stuffed something in a headphone, and they were like, that's actually a pretty good idea.
You're America's next top scientist.
Well,
come here, Tyra.
The fix may be in, though, because her sister, Kara, won the same prize in 2019 for a new type of spray-on bandage that treats infections without using antibiotics. So they've either got the world's smartest family.
What is
or
happening
mom
with
and
this
dad
family?
Are really
giving out this award,
helping out to make them famous. And last, people are more impatient than ever nowadays. They say new research shows that half of all customers will not wait more than 3 minutes without being helped.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
are.
time.
This is who we are now. I mean, think about when you watch videos. If it doesn't start right away, and you have to watch more than just one commercial.
Like if it's a minute and a half of commercials,
You're
it
out.
feels like an eternity.
You may be out.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I guess I'll never see
You'll
that.
never know. They
Mhm.
also found that 3/4 of radio listeners won't wait till the end of a story to. Oh, sorry. Brandos. Alex is hanging out with us today, and one of our favorite things to do when my wife Alex is here is to get her hot takes on stuff. Because as you can tell, probably already, doesn't really hold back as much as I wish she would. So these are just questions all across the board, some pop culture stuff. Just want your initial reaction to the question. Are you ready?
All right, let's go.
All right. Hot take number 1. Pete Davidson. What's the deal with this guy?
I have no idea.
What's the deal with this guy?
That is, I don't know. Maybe
you're not-
because he's funny. I don't know. Maybe he is a really nice guy, but I probably can get on board with how everybody talks about how maybe they want to mother him, sort of like.
Oh, because
he has a history of issues or
Right.
whatever,
You wanna take
addiction and
care of
things
him.
like that. And it probably, that's the only thing I can think. I mean, he's not like an ugly, but he's funny.
Yeah, he's not unattractive. People beat him up a lot.
Yeah,
but
he's
also
not unattractive.
He is
but-
funny. He is cool.
Yeah.
He is, by all accounts, a really nice guy.
Yeah. And he's famous. I mean, not that Kim Kardashian cares
Yeah,
about.
he's dating all the famous
But-
people that are more famous than him in some cases.
He's got game. And I mean, it's if you're him, if that's your life, if you're that age, like, why wouldn't you?
And-
It's like Nelly said,
It
which I
could-
can't quote.
It could also be that, he's not used to getting like really hot girls, and so he appreciates it more, which I think maybe is so he's more attentive to the ladies. I don't know.
All right, I got a whole bunch more.
I wouldn't know about.
So you're not quite sure.
So I have no idea.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Nelly said essentially, what good is all the fame if you're not dating the models?
Is that exactly what he said?
No, he had different choice of words.
I like that. Next question. If they kill off one of those Stranger Things kids, which one should it be?
Will.
Yeah, that's the right answer. Will is the right answer. Next question. Is Brando more like Joey, Chandler, or Ross? You've been watching a lot of Friends lately.
Chandler.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Really. I'm okay with Chandler. He's kind of in the middle between the two of them.
Be any more like Chandler?
Yeah, exactly.
Can't
Yeah, I've
smile.
been watching a lot of Friends.
A lot of Friends.
Yeah.
All right, name a comedian that people think is funny but you can't stand.
Don't say me.
I actually, and maybe I don't really care for Amy Schumer.
Oh, okay. That's a good example. That's a hot take right there.
She's
really care
polarizing.
Yeah.
People feel strongly about her.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I don't hate her, but I'm just I don't. Well, and also Whitney Cummings, I don't really find her very funny. Huh. And Chelsea Handler. I guess I've got a lot of
beating up those women.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, there are dudes too. I mean, but I guess
I like most of them. But God, women are
Any
just not
woman
funny
who's ever
at all.
graced a
Now that I think about it.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Next question. Which is better, watching a virtual concert in the metaverse or watching a guy chop wood?
A guy chop wood.
Do you know about this?
No.
Oh, man.
I think I can guess. And I think I'm probably not in.
Watches a guy.
Oh, I thought you meant the concert.
The metaverse thing, yeah. Metaverse is like, everybody's talking about the metaverse.
I am familiar with the wood chopping.
Yeah.
Wood chopping guy?
Oh, yeah.
Keep your wife away from it.
Easy.
Dangerous.
Over there. My God.
All right. One has to go. U2, pumpkin spice, or Reese's peanut butter cups?
Pumpkin spice.
U2 or YouTube?
U2.
U2, the band.
You would get rid of pumpkin spice
over
the band U2 or Reese's peanut butter
heck
cups.
yeah.
That was like no hesitation.
No hesitation.
Wait a minute. What? Do you not like those other things? Why is that an
She
interesting
likes all
question?
three of those
No,
things.
I like all three of them, but
okay.
I mean, I love U2. I love Reese's peanut butter cups. Pumpkin spice, I enjoy, but I'm okay the rest of the year when it's not around.
Right. I was really trying to.
Those
create
other
a
two are
controversial.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You apparently don't really know me.
Apparently not.
You guys need a minute?
I'm out of time. I don't want to pull at that string. I think we've got enough. Those are your hot takes. And we've got coming up. What are we going to do? We're going to do The More You Know.
We're going to do The More You Know
in just a few
minutes. And this is on brand with some things we've covered with Alex. Not Mountain Dew, though we will hit that before the show is over, guys. I promise. We're getting a lot of texts back from Mountain Dew talk. And yes, we're going to get there, but there's a few other things we got to do. Little business to take care of.
The Courtney Show.
It's everyone's favorite. Let's see if I get the name right. Spooky Sound Effects Theater.
Yes,
right?
that is correct.
Tim and I have just been butchering the name all week long.
Well, it's important.
It is.
It's the name of a segment.
Yes, absolutely. So I've handed out. So I wrote a script today, and have handed it out. And I had the part written for Chris, but I'm just taking your part and giving it to Brian. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Yes.
And if you just tuned in, Brian is the Applist.
The Applist. I was just going to say the Applist. I'm like, wait, no, you have an actual name.
He has a whole website and he rates apples.
AppleRanking.com. Yeah, it's great. He ranks apples and it's funny, but it's also real.
And Brian's also a comedian. He does some animation as well.
Yeah.
And hates new car scent.
Yes.
Yeah, really, really viciously hates it.
And we also have Alex.
Yeah, my wife Alex is here, and Courtney has a part. So I've handed out 3 scripts. I've got my own script. You guys have not read any of this, so you can flip the script now.
I already flipped it. I might have peeked too.
They all did.
I'm a real cheater by nature. Brian, you didn't.
I just flipped it.
Okay.
I can see it now.
I can see it now.
He's a professional, too. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Here we go. This is the story of the 3 witches who wanted to be famous. One morning, the 3 witches awoke early to the sound of their rooster crowing outside. He hadn't been feeling well very lately. The witches had been keeping him up at night while they talked endlessly of their desire to become famous.
Oh, I wish that someday we can leave this dilapidated old cabin behind and move to Hollywood.
said the first witch.
Yes. And then we could make movies and be famous,
said the second witch.
And maybe even get to meet Harry Styles someday,
said the third witch. Their cat Mama Bear meowed her approval and then ran away. While cooking the bacon for breakfast, the first witch had an idea.
I have an idea,
said the first witch.
We can cast a spell and turn ourselves into celebrities.
Oh, what a lovely idea,
said the second witch. So they mixed up a special potion and drank it up. Ooh, that's a good burp. Suddenly, the
You
room...
gave that to Chris. He would have hated
I know.
it.
You see,
Brian nailed it, though.
Specifically, suddenly the room began to spin and the wind began to howl. Ooh. There was a flash of light, and then poof, the three witches had completely transformed into celebrities.
It worked. But wait a second. I look just like Carol Channing. Isn't she dead?
And I look just like Elmo. This isn't the kind of celebrity I wanted to be.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I can do a speaking voice.
Well, you get to sing it the second part there.
Well, I'm not complaining. Look at me. I'm Cher. Do you believe I'm going to Hollywood?
The crows outside sang along.
Crow, 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 crow.
The end.
Oh, my gosh.
That sounded more like a raven at the end.
I know. I need to work on my crow.
Oh, man, that was a great story.
Oh, yeah, real
The
page
story
turner.
was excellent.
It was a really, really great story, and all the voices were great. I didn't know. At first, I thought Courtney was doing Drew Barrymore, and I was like, "Man, that's a good Drew Barrymore."
Sounds just like her.
And clever of Brando to be like, set her up for some
I
weird.
bet you could do this voice.
But it was
Carol Channing.
Diamond's your girl's best friend.
And I had no idea that Brian could do such a great Elmo. I thought I was in the room.
Oh, my gosh.
with Elmo.
It was incredible.
Oh, thank you. I've been working on that for years. One day I'll take over.
If anything ever happens to the guy who does Elmo, you could... Oh, wait, it already happened.
Alex, top-notch witch voice, by the way. Way to go. All right, I think that was a success.
It feels like a success to me.
The Courtney Show.
Our special guest in studio with us. It's so cool. We're having such a great time off the air. I wish we could put all of this on the air. Kevin Nealon.
Yeah, thank you.
SNL alum, comedian, and lots of projects that he's working on. Artist, we can say now.
Yeah. I'm an artist, professional.
We posted a couple of your drawings. Are they drawings, sketches, caricatures of some of these celebrities? And we were blown away.
Thank you.
And now you have a book coming out of all these different...
About 60 caricatures I've done of different celebrities like Chris Farley, Arnold Schwarzenegger, all of these great, Dana Carvey, Jennifer Aniston, Matt LeBlanc. I mean, it's just... I'm so excited because I've done this for the last 3 years, putting these together. And then on the opposite page is an anecdote about that person, like my experience with them. Yeah, or if it's Freddie Mercury, I talk about my first concert, or being in a garage band. So I'm really excited. It's called I Exaggerate My Brushes with Fame.
These are insane.
Right?
It's unbelievable.
They're unbelievable.
I remember putting this up. I totally had forgotten about that.
I'll put some more up on the blog today.
Wow.
People can pre-order it now if they want, and it comes out October 25th at every fantastic bookstore.
Can you quickly sketch us? I'm just kidding.
Well, I can't quickly. It takes me a long time to do each one.
Well, they're incredible. It's not like you're at Six Flags.
No. But I used to watch those people sketch. I'd always get behind them and stand there for the whole time and never go on a ride.
Oh, because you were obsessed with it.
I was obsessed with it. I would draw people. I draw people still on airplanes that are asleep, with their mouth open. And I never tell them. I never show it to them. But some of those are in the book.
That would be awesome if you gave it to them.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I think they would find it to be a compliment.
Well, these caricatures I've done, until recently, nobody really saw it, except for one that Jimmy Kimmel showed Rami Malek on the show. And he didn't look that happy about it.
Oh, really? It'll hurt your feelings.
Oh, I don't want to know.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, because those those Six Flags ones I'm talking about, they'd always hit a part of your face
Yeah.
that you didn't realize was as large as they are making it.
Nikki has a joke. She's like, I was diagnosed as ugly at 9 years old by a caricature artist at 6 months.
Well, no, it's weird because
That's hilarious.
Since I started doing this, I walk around. I feel like I'm in a fun house. Everybody that I look at, I think, oh man, look at that big nose on that guy. I see them as the caricature.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Oh, it really is. It really is.
Kevin Nealon artwork on Instagram, by the way. I'm looking at these things. So
I exaggerate.
Yeah.
And it comes out when?
It comes out October 25th.
Oh, that's coming up.
Yeah, and there's also a website if they're interested in the paintings. It's called kevinnealonart.com. And so I'm on a book tour now, and I'm playing. I'm going to different
Do a
bookstores.
little bit of everything, man.
Oh yeah. I'm
You're a
keeping
golfer too, right?
Not a very good golfer. I
Yeah,
haven't
but
golfed.
it seems like I see you on, because I watch a lot of Golf Channel.
You just saw him on Happy Gilmore. You're like, I know I've seen you out there on the course.
Really good
Is there a commercial you do?
No,
during-
I've, well, first of all, I did a commercial with Arnold Palmer.
Yes.
For a blood thinner. Things are going well. And,
yes, I see you all the time
That's
on the
right.
Golf Channel.
And I did do a golf tournament every year for the last 14 years up on Lake Tahoe called the American Century Golf
And it's the
Tournament.
most fun to watch.
Oh, it's fun. I golf with Charles Barkley, and we're both horrible.
Well,
he's got the greatest swing on the
it's
planet.
unreal.
Yeah, I think he might have fixed it.
Oh, really?
Or he
That's bad
gave up
news.
golf. Yeah,
Well,
he gave up golf.
he worked with Haney, but
He
it
did.
It didn't work right away. I don't think. I think it took more than just Hank
Nothing.
Haney.
He tried closing his eyes when he swung. Everything. It didn't work. He was afraid he was going to hit somebody on the golf course. That's why.
with all those
That happened to
fans.
Courtney.
place.
I got it
Courtney's
right here.
boyfriend.
I see that.
Off a drive.
Oh my God.
He was doing a flop shot.
No,
I
it was a drive.
I was standing next to him, even with him, and he took a full swing, shanked it, and it went straight and hit me right
Did
here.
it knock you down?
I fell to my knees. It didn't hurt as bad. It was more shocking.
Yeah.
And obviously I was like, no, I'm good. And
Yeah.
he's like, no, you're not.
I was on the 18th hole with Larry the Cable Guy, and he wasn't that good of a golfer. He's gotten better since then, but he tees up, and people think you're professional golfers because you're in this thing, and but it's a lot of celebrities and athletes, and the people line up down just past the tee box, like really
Forget it.
close. And I'm thinking, don't these people know that?
Right.
So Larry tees it up, and he shanks it as hard as you could think into this guy who just happened to be on his cell phone, and it hit the cell phone, but it knocked him down. And I looked at Larry's face, total stunned.
How do you play after that?
Oh, he was shaking. He was all shook up, and they invited this guy to the VIP room at Harrah's afterwards because they felt bad. He was okay, but he shows up. He was like the biggest jerk. I wish
he was?
Yeah.
I just imagine the VIP room there just filled with people like holding ice on their various injuries.
That's probably true.
all Larry the Cable Guy victims.
Those are all from
Sorry.
Get her done.
all from blackjack injuries.
And whenever the pros hit somebody, they walk over there. Like sometimes they don't even yell forward. It's like, just yell forward.
Yeah.
They walk over there and give them a glove. And I'm like, that ain't going to do it.
See if that'll stop the bleeding.
Give me some cash. Here's a glove. Thanks a lot.
Oh man.
You have something else you're working on.
Well, it's a web series he's been doing for a long time.
Yeah,
right?
it's like the fourth
Hiking with
season.
Kevin.
Hiking with Kevin, it's called. It's on YouTube, on my YouTube station, youtube.com/Kevin Nealon Comedy.
Nikki had me listen to your podcast with Conan, and it's basically the funniest hour of anything I've ever heard. Like you with Conan on Conan's podcast, everybody should listen to it because it's one of the funniest things. So I listened to that, and I just went down this Kevin Nealon wormhole where I was trying to find you on every
I do
single
have a wormhole,
thing.
by the way. I didn't think you knew about it.
Just had it installed.
And so I was like, man, Kevin Nealon is the best podcast guest. And then I got to Hiking with Kevin, and it's amazing.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks.
You're
I
not-
love it.
You're not the best podcast host.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, well, that's
I love
true.
it. Hiking with Kevin is amazing.
I try to ask them questions on our hike that normal people don't ask them, like on a talk show, like, do you floss? Do you wet your Q-tip when you use it, or you use it dry? That kind of stuff. And it's people that don't even think of what. Like I was hiking with Julian Lennon, John Lennon's son, and halfway through the hike, I said, "Who's your favorite Beatle?" And then Caitlyn Jenner went on a hike with me. I asked Caitlyn Jenner, I said, Caitlyn, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would you change? So, yeah, I hike with a different celebrity every week. Fourth season starts October 27th with Paul Rudd as my guest.
I love Paul Rudd so much.
Oh, he's so nice, man. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. I don't know who's nicer, him or me. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. You be the judge.
We'll have to have a fight to see who wins. But thank you. I'm glad you watched the show.
I love it. I love it so much. And like, the way you seem to have a special relationship with some people.
Yeah.
Like Conan, you definitely have some like amazing thing going on with him. Who are some other people that you just love being around that have been on hiking with Kevin?
Well, all the people I know, like Spade and stuff, and Molly Shannon, I know, so it's very relaxed. Well, they're all relaxed, but I will tell you who was a big surprise to me, and I was nervous about hiking with her, was Kate Beckinsale. She is like a very naughty British girl and
she's
fun.
really on Instagram.
Oh,
she
yeah.
loves comedy.
Yeah, she loves comedy. And some people are like not good hikers, like Spade would show up with like a cup of coffee. He just wants to keep it flat, you know. He said, you got to make it flat and then not traffic hour, you know. And I swear to God, we were walking on this trail and there was maybe a 1 degree incline. He goes, are we going uphill right now?
It's a slow burn.
Yeah. So, and then there's some people that are great hikers. I can't keep up with them, like Molly Shannon. I had to chase after her. And Chelsea Handler. But I'm the worst shape. You could hear me huffing and puffing all the way because I'm talking a lot, you know. But I'm telling you, the first year I did it, inclines were steep. You know, it was like at least 45 degrees.
Yeah.
Second year, a little less. Third year, less. Now it's flat because I just had knee surgery. So, if I could find one downhill and get a ride back, I'd be great. But yeah, that's Kevin Nealon hiking on YouTube. October 27th is the premiere, and it's every week. I was born in St. Louis, Cardi.
You were?
Yeah.
You was, yeah.
I was born here in the Incarnate Word Hospital on Grand Street.
How long were you here?
3 weeks. I hated it. I got in the car and I split. I said, I'm not spending my whole life here. 3 weeks is already enough.
Well, thank you so much for coming in and
thanks for
hanging
having
out.
me.
I wish we could have you on for another hour, but I
me
think you have
too,
more
man.
shows to do.
Well, if you want to blow them off, come on back.
Well, I've already blown off like 7 radio stations. But so what's another one, right? No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I hope I see you guys again.
Yeah, go see Kevin this
It's not
weekend.
likely, but you know.
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely.
The Courtney Show.
Let's play for real or no deal. Let's play for real or no deal. And guess what's right or what's wrong. And guess what's right or what's wrong.
All right, for real or no deal, I put together for you, ya gang.
All right.
So it's pumpkin spice season, right? We're getting close to that time of the year. It's fall. Everybody's talking about
Getting
pumpkin
close.
spice.
We've been there, brother.
We're in it now, right? I mean, we're in it. So these are either real pumpkin spice products or completely made up pumpkin spice products.
It's going to be tough because there's so many outlandish ones.
Yeah.
So let's start off with the first one. Somebody going to keep score?
I'll do it.
I got a whole bunch of these, so we can just rifle through them
Okay,
if you
go.
want. Okay, first up, Windex, for real or no deal?
No deal.
Is it a pumpkin? Is there a pumpkin spice Windex?
No deal.
Or scented?
No deal.
If I had hit this button, you would know.
No deal.
No deal. Okay, nothing on that one. Next, pumpkin spice Twizzlers, for real or no deal?
No deal.
I'll say no.
I'm going to say for real.
No deal.
Nope, they don't exist. Pumpkin spice almonds, for real or no deal?
Yes. For sure.
For real. I'll go real on that.
For real. Pumpkin spice Skittles, for real or no deal?
No deal.
No.
No deal.
How about pumpkin spice Capri Sun?
No
For
deal.
real or
No.
deal?
I just like you said Capri Sun, but I don't believe it's true.
I mean, just to go against you guys, I'm going to say no deal.
No deal.
You knew better.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice Pringles,
For real.
for real or no deal?
No deal.
No deal.
For real.
They're out there.
Gross.
Pumpkin spice orange juice, for
No
real
deal.
or no deal?
No.
No deal.
No deal.
How about pumpkin spice Listerine strips? So those little like dissolve on your tongue.
It's so weird that I'm going to say yes.
No deal.
No deal.
I'm going to say
No deal.
Pumpkin spice hummus. For real
Yes.
or no deal?
Yes.
For real.
Yeah, for real.
For real.
How about pumpkin spice Doritos? Pumpkin spice Doritos.
No deal for me.
No deal for me.
No deal.
No deal.
How about, let's see, pumpkin spice Twinkies?
Yes, for real.
I'm going for real also.
For real.
For real.
Peeps. Pumpkin spice Peeps.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
Peeps are always trying to be a part of
Got
it.
every
Yeah.
flavor of pumpkin spice.
Trendy.
Pumpkin spice toothpaste. For real or no deal?
No deal. There may be some
Somebody
weird
might be
brand.
making it.
Somebody's got to be out
I'm
there
saying
doing
no,
it.
though.
I'll go for real.
No deal.
For real.
Gross. It's not one of the major brands.
No,
it's some
of course
weird
not.
brand doing their thing. Pumpkin spice nasal spray.
No deal.
It would
No
smell
deal.
like pumpkin spice.
I'm going to say no deal.
No deal.
Gatorade.
No. No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
Soap on a rope.
Yes, for real. You know there's somebody doing it.
But the on the rope thing throws me.
Yeah.
What
Soap
is-
on a rope?
I didn't know soap was still on a rope. I'll say for real.
For real.
For real.
Beard oil.
Yes, for real.
For real.
No deal.
For real.
Pepto-Bismol. For
No.
real or no deal?
No.
No deal.
No deal.
Deodorant.
Yes,
For real.
for real.
I mean, it's one of those, it's not a major brand. Unless it is a major brand trying to be. What did you say?
I said real.
You said real? No deal.
No. What did I
did you say?
I don't remember now.
I think you said for real.
You can
Okay.
still. You went for real?
Yeah.
For real.
Gushers. Pumpkin spice Gushers.
No. Gross.
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
Dog treats.
For real.
For real or no deal?
You know there's
Pumpkin
somebody
spice dog
making
treats.
some. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For real.
Those greenies. Those like they help your teeth
help
out
your-
or whatever.
Yeah, my Peebo does not.
All right,
like
last
those.
one. What's the score?
I've got them all right so far.
Tim is up.
All right.
Tim is up by 4.
Oh wow.
Courtney and I are tied.
Doesn't even matter then. Ring pops for
We're
real
so
or no
similar.
deal?
No deal.
No deal.
No deal.
All right, that's it for real or no
I
deal.
enjoy. Way to go! That 100%.
Yeah, feels pretty good.
Impressive.
That doesn't happen very often on this show.
No, not. I mean,
He's the for real or
take
no deal
tomorrow
guy.
off, man.
Yeah. Oh, I appreciate
The
that.
whole day off.
Yeah.
The Courtney Show.
It's Thursday, June 16th. Welcome to the Courtney Show. 3 big stories we're following for you. Does Courtney have AC in her car?
Ooh.
Is the snake still in the parking lot?
Need an
And,
update.
of course, election results. As always, triple traffic with Kay Lindbergh in the jet copter, Bob Johnson covering things in the studio, and Deuce, I wrote 2 Johnsons, Deuce Johnson in News Boat 1. Now let's check in with the sports with Chris Convey.
Great sports last night. Terrible sports last night. We're going to be doing a lot of talking today. Courtney with the news, us with the talking. We're a news talk station.
The arts and entertainment with Tim, and I don't know what I'll do. I'll fly the jet copter.
Oh my gosh. So the reason we did that, of course, if you probably, anybody listening may not know, everybody listening may not know, but yesterday the results for the A-List, St. Louis Magazine A-List Awards came out, and the one award we really coveted was the News Talk Show. And we are your News Talk radio show A-List winners.
You know, I'm glad everyone voted, obviously,
Yeah.
to make this happen, because we can't do anything about it.
No.
You guys made it happen.
Totally.
But I want to tip my cap to the people that nominated us for News Talk, right?
Yeah, because that had to happen first.
That realized that we would find that very funny. Hey, good morning.
And celebrity guest, Nikki Glazer just came in the studio.
She used to have a news segment.
Yes, this is our news. We're the new best news talk show.
I voted for you guys. You won? Yes. This is where I like to get all my hard-hitting news.
We swept
what's happening today.
all the categories.
Really?
Courtney got favorite radio personality in the world. She won.
Deservedly so.
The show
Congrats,
got
guys.
best radio show. Our station the Arch got best radio station.
Oh my God.
It's all because of the Great Taste Gang.
Oh, that's so. How's the other thing going? The app that you download the app and then you do that thing.
Why do you have to bring bad things up?
Well, I just got to tell you, it's not as hard as you think it is. You just get anyone with a phone and you just go, "Hey, can I just download the Arch app real quick?" And then you download it their friend's phone, and then you scroll to your face, and then you click yes or something. I don't even know, but it made me feel very good that I figured it out. It wasn't that hard.
This is our tech segment, I think.
The good news bar in the house.
We are closing in on Keishi for new registered users, which is crazy. We're like,
whoa.
We were like 50, 60 behind, and we're like 20 behind right now, so we can overtake them on that one. And then the other stuff, another station is kind of catching up to us, so we need to work on that one. But let's celebrate our big win.
Yes, I didn't mean to bring that. I just want to congratulations, you guys. That is so you won best news show, really?
News talk.
Like, listen, you are talking about the news, though. I get all of my Hollywood news from you guys. I hear it here first. I always do. I really do.
You also get all your randoms from us too.
All the random things that I know. I know now that in the shower, your brain is shut off, and so that's why ideas come to you.
Yeah.
And I know that Brando has when he drives. That's what happens to you.
That's what his ideas
I'm not thinking at all.
Yeah, that was interesting. I liked that tidbit. And yeah.
Wrecks happening behind me as I'm having great ideas. I'm not paying attention to the road.
I mean, I just couldn't believe it yesterday. When I got text after text after text after I woke up.
Oh my gosh.
From my golf team, from my sister, from all my friends. Like,
That's
you
so
swept.
exciting.
You guys swept everything.
It was so funny that all four of them. But a huge congratulations to you, Courtney.
To us, we are a show. That's,
No, you're right. To us, I said to people, if I join the show, we will win awards. I didn't think it would happen this fast.
They felt you coming.
Yeah, I made an impact.
There was just a vibe in the air that you were going to be.
He's like, we're going to scoop this thing. We're giving them all.
That's so exciting.
You have to take the victories as they come.
Well deserved.
But I got to say, to go from pizza party just 2 short years ago to winning, you've won basically every award in radio. Missouri broadcaster stuff, all this A-list
Best
stuff.
supporting actress.
Yeah, you won that one. You won that one too.
Daytime, Emmy.
Daytime. Morning is even lesser. I think our goal next year should be to win best pizza in St. Louis.
I can do that. Yeah, I would like to get best tanning salon.
You know what I think it is, honestly? I think getting fired made people root for me.
Yeah.
Like if I would have just quit on my own and there was some big, why did she leave? What happened?
Right.
And it was all happy and good.
Yeah.
Nobody would care as much.
Isn't that funny? Like, I feel like every time something like that happens in your life where you're like, this is the worst thing ever, there's always, you just stay tuned and it turns into something good. There's some bonus to it that you don't see at the time.
It's hard to keep your brain thinking that because you're at your lowest low.
Yes.
How
There's
about
always,
this? How about this? When one door closes, another one opens.
See, I learn something new here every day.
Man.
News.
Just deep, man.
You just got news.
All right. Now, are there more doors or wheels in that analogy?
You got that?
A few more wheels.
I know that one.
It's a deep cut.
I get a lot from you guys. You have no idea.
All right, so let's get to those election results, Brando.
Yeah, this just in.
All right. Well, obviously, everyone watched last night as the polls closed on the 17 counties that were voting on Prop 12.
I'll just tell you one thing
Not
that
a words.
happened to me yesterday. I have AC in my car again.
Woo!
Oh,
So that's probably the bigger news, really.
That's really all
Now you're not going to get rid of your car because it works.
No, and it didn't cost a lot. Not right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Was
think
it just a Freon issue?
That's all I know about AC is Freon. I don't even know if Freon's a thing anymore.
It could be been banned.
I know. I don't even mention
MSG
Freon
or something of the 80s.
because I don't want anybody to be like Freon.
We haven't used that since
In that
1978.
minivan I drove for years, it had like a little leak, and so I had to. At one point, I was like, I'm not taking it in. I just know I have to put more of that in, but I didn't know what it was. So I went into like AutoZone, and I was embarrassed to ask because I wasn't sure either. I was like, "Do you have Freon?" And they were like, "You mean coolant?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, that's what I mean."
Yeah,
So-
you know what I mean.
I always hate that. It's like, you know what I mean.
Yes. Right. Like you just want me to sound stupid.
Yeah. I not long ago ordered a sandwich and I go, blah, 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 no cheese, no olives. And he's like, olives? It doesn't come with olives. And I'm like,
okay, well then don't put them on.
Well, don't put them on. I'm like, and I just keep looking at it and he's like, olives. And he goes, oh, you mean black olives?
No.
Oh my God. And I go, yeah, no black olives. Swear to God.
Oh my God.
You mean no black olives?
You're like staring at the menu going, am I crazy?
The picture, like, well, what are those things?
Yes.
I hate that guy.
That reminds me, it's like the when you ask a waitress or waiter for like a side of something in your initial order, they bring the whole order and they forget your side and you go, oh, and can I get that side of ranch? And they go, yeah, I can get that for you. And you're like, don't act like it's the first time. Just acknowledge that you forgot it. Don't act like it's a novel thing. Like, yes, we can do that. Like, we've had this discussion.
Yeah.
I don't mind that you forgot it. Don't act like I'm crazy.
Yes.
I would like to get Nick on the phone to tell you about this waiter he had the other night at some expensive dinner. And the waiter was just that guy that was like, he thought he was in charge of everything. They had asked for water 4 times. And every time he's like, yeah, that'll be here in a minute. And it's like, well, it's been 10 minutes. And can we get water? Oh, of course. Like he was Mr. I'm right about everything. Finally, they had to track a busboy down to just get water.
Good Lord.
But it was a bad meal, according to him.
Oh, no.
And it was packed. Like, packed place, expensive place, bad meal.
People love a bad meal.
Well, they love an expensive place.
It's true.
They really do.
You fall for that, though, too, at the store. You get
Well,
the
I
expensive
do.
thing because you're like, oh, it's probably good because it's
I
expensive.
do.
Yes.
But not with food, man. I was at the Chuck Wagon last night for dinner.
That's how you celebrate, right?
That's how I celebrate.
There was
Was
news
it
going
taco
on there.
night?
No, I mean, there's tacos and barbecue. I've been going to this place since I was a little girl, and it's just about like a good celebratory place to go.
That's so fun.
What about you guys? What did you do? We don't have a ton of time. Nikki's here. I'm going to find out like what you're doing here.
I watched
so
The
early.
American President last night.
Did you?
Yes. You got me into it. I heard it yesterday on the show and I go, wow, that sounds good. It was almost like hearing about a food you hadn't had in a while. Like I was like, I need that nourishment of that just wholesome 1995 rom-com about a good president, a good man, and Michael Douglas like at his prime.
And a smart woman.
A smart woman with a short haircut who is
And
like the
adorable.
romantic interest who it looks her age.
She looks so good in
And
that
she looks
movie.
so good. I mean, but you do not see faces like that on TV or on movies anymore. A face where it's just like nothing. It's a 90s face where it's like beautiful in the 90s, but you go, now it would look, well, that's different. Look, because everything is big
Yes.
and big lips and like.
She looks perfect.
Wait,
She
who's
looks
the
Annette
Annette
Bening.
Bening.
Oh, right.
She's perfection.
You know, 3 years prior to American Beauty, Annette Bening, like I'll try to look up their ages. I'm guessing if it were me guessing now based on how she looks, I would say she's 47, but she's probably 32 in the movie. You know what I mean? Like 90s,
I bet
32.
she is 30. I bet she's
It
in
was
her
the last
20s.
She's
decade
so
you could look like an
young.
adult.
Oh, but it's so good. I'm only halfway through. They just almost kissed, but it is so wholesome. Michael J. Fox
alert.
is so good.
He's great. Richard Dreyfuss is a great.
So good. You know what I'm sick of, though, is the character that has been in everything, including Top Gun, of like the sassy 11-year-old who's like, Dad, you know, you're allowed to date Dad. It's fine. I'm over Mom. She died a week ago. Like, and then she got to take the mom aside and is like, you know, the girlfriend, and she's like, don't hurt my dad. You know that like kind of sassy.
But she talks like she's 35 years
Yes.
old.
And
Let
she
me get back to my refreshments record.
Yes.
It's always some in the posters up in the thing.
Yes.
Compliment her shoes.
Oh, yeah,
Girls
exactly.
like that.
That was really cute, too. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. It was so wholesome. It was such a good
It made you
recommendation.
feel good, right?
Oh, so good.
That's why I watched it twice and
I
over the
love
weekend.
it.
I'm
It's
like, I'm
sweet.
going back in.
Do you go to Dave next? Is that the next?
No, I don't like
90s presidential
I don't
movie.
like Dave as much as
That's a great one.
I don't like it as much as American
It
President.
reminded me of a Sabrina. I was like, oh, these short-haired 90s ladies. That was romantic. There's
Sabrina.
I mean, she has a boy's haircut. You do not see that on
And she
romantic
looks
comedies anymore.
damn good.
She does. She looks awesome.
I gotta
And she's
find out how
smart, and she's intimidating, and he just asked her, is there ever a time, Sydney, that you will be in a room with me and not think of me as the president? And I almost thought he was like, please don't say no. Like, he's like, he needs that.
You've got bigger problems. You just lost my vote.
Oh, that hurts. Sydney.
Award-winning
What'd you guys
radio
do?
this morning.
We don't have time for you guys. Sorry. We just broke down a movie from a lot of years ago, which you guys should go watch.
If a 30-year-old movie isn't news, I don't know what it is.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
The Courtney Show.
Some birthdays today we wanted to do because also, not that we're wishing him, even this guy, anything, but it's our dad's birthday.
We wish you nothing. TC1. Nothing.
TC1 celebrating today, and here's some celebrities.
May your day be filled with emojis.
Yes.
It will be. For
Absolutely.
That's a very good point.
And they'll all be wearing sunglasses, regardless of their expression.
Cool.
I do this because she's from here in St. Louis. Her big break came as Cindy Lou Who in the Jim Carrey How the Grinch Stole
Taylor
Christmas.
Momsen?
Taylor Momsen, yeah. She sings in The Pretty Reckless.
Well, she was so young. He's like, I don't even know who that is.
What? I saw that.
She was also in a teen show. Like, was she in Pretty
Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And then she turned her back on Hollywood because
she's a rocker.
Yes. She's not. I don't even know when that movie came out. Do you? The Grinch?
Ooh, you want to take some guesses?
God, everything's a blur to me.
I'm just going to say 2000.
I'm going to say 2009.
I think it was quite a bit earlier.
It was?
I thought I was in college, but maybe not.
I was going to. Oh, okay. So 20. Is she 26?
I'm going to say 32.
Well, I was looking up how old The Grinch Stole Christmas was. That came out in 2000. Let's see how old Momsen is. She is 29.
I know you're supposed to guess.
That's a really good guess. He nailed it.
What?
We're guessing birthdays. You got it right.
I mean, that was really good.
That's what we're doing here? We didn't do my dad.
What year? I know Google a little better than you guys. Let me get into this one.
I thought
blowing smoke from his fingers. Give me another one.
Watched him do it. Let's see how old Monson.
I thought we were doing that thing where we just
Can't get that one.
This is a more fun segment.
Can't get that one past me.
Up next,
I think Courtney and I should guess.
This is the second time we've done this on the show, right? This birthday thing.
I think Courtney and I
But
should guess.
I did say we're gonna guess.
Yeah, but I never pay attention to you. I've been doing this for 30 years.
Up next, Chris is gonna Google how old Kate Beckinsale is. So Courtney and Brando, if you guys want to guess before Chris Googles.
Kate Beckinsale, man.
Looks a lot younger than she is. I'm gonna say 56.
No, she's in her 40s still.
Kate Beckinsale?
Yes.
I thought she was like way older than she
No, I think she's like 47.
Google.
51.
She's 49.
I was close.
Yeah.
Action star Jason Statham celebrating a birthday today. My dad loves him. Loves Jason Statham. I love Jason Statham.
Love to shoot him up.
Lots of shoot 'em ups. Fast and
60.
Furious.
60.
Expendables.
I don't know.
I have no
He's
idea.
been bald for so long.
I know.
54.
I'll say 57.
55. Ari Gold from Entourage.
Jeremy Piven. Well, his hair is 20.
Yeah.
57.
I'm going to say...
Yes, nailed it. Got it. He's 57.
I was going to say 57.
Old Helen Mirren.
72.
I'll say 75.
81.
She's 77.
I'm really not doing well today.
Just Google it. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. This guy makes Jeremy Piven look good. Kevin Spacey celebrating a birthday today.
Well, man.
67. Yeah. 64. 64. Final answer,
I'm
Bob.
going to say 68.
I was going to say 68, but instead I'll say 69.
Just 63, Kevin Spacey.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Another guy who got into trouble, man, problematic day for birthdays. Former Bachelor host Chris Harrison.
Oh.
I have no idea on that guy.
50.
Let's say 50.
55.
51.
Once I got off Google, I've been smashing. I'm better than Google.
A really strong start. I want to listen back to that segment. To me, sitting up with Chris going, let's see, and just hearing the keys.
Do you think that there was any gray territory? Because I thought we were looking at, we wanted to know how the Grinch Stole Christmas came out.
Well, we did. We were like, okay, well, when was that? She was a little girl. We were discussing
They were
her.
using that to try to figure out how old she was.
I know that now, but at the time I was like, oh, that's what we're looking up. And then you guys were like, she's this old. And I was like, oh, I thought we were doing this other thing. I'll just look this up.
I'll look it up.
It just felt like something I would do, so I didn't get as much joy out of it.
And finally, massive movie star, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, she's 55. 56.
I'm going to say 58.
Boom, got it. Brando wins.
I got 58 twice.
What? Who's the other one?
I don't know. I said 58 two different times.
I think he said
57 was Piven.
It doesn't matter. We have food court coming up.
You can Google it if you want. Chris did.
TC1, you know what we have in our hearts.
You know how we feel.
Yes.
Emoji.
Yes.
Emoji.
The Courtney Show.
Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number. Timmy looks at the number.
Guys, I've taken a look at the numbers, and there's some things I want to share right here.
Some disturbing data
on the Courtney Show. Some of it's disturbing, some of it's not. This is a little bit disturbing. 20% of Americans do not mind having crumbs in their bed.
I mean, I'm going to still be able to sleep, but I don't love it.
I don't love it either.
I hate it.
Yeah, I don't. Who doesn't mind it?
20% of America. I looked at the numbers. It's
I don't know who these
20%.
people are.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to eat a snack in bed. But if there's crumbs, I'm getting out of the bed and I'm
brushing them off.
Getting those crumbs out.
Maybe they're like changing the sheets. They're like, this is terrible.
Oh, no. I mean, I'd
Emma's
brush them
changing
off.
sheets all the time.
Really?
How
great.
often?
Exciting.
I don't know.
Oh, man, she's in charge of
way
that?
more than I ever did, which it's not much. In college, that's not. We don't need to.
You said one set for the 4 years.
Yeah, that's
why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm impressed
The
by
numbers.
her. I'm impressed by Emma's rotation.
Yeah, she gets after it. 35% of people in this survey admitted to eating in bed, mostly late night snacks, cookies, chips, popcorn, which seems even messier than having like breakfast.
I
or
don't
something.
even know the last time I've eaten anything in bed. I don't eat in bed.
Yeah,
Not a thing.
because I dislike the crumbs so much. I don't do that.
Mine's usually something sweet because it's late, and I'm like, I got a hankering for something
For
sweet.
some Heath.
I never
Like I ate grapes just the other in a bowl. I brought a bowl of grapes to bed.
Grapes aren't crummy.
That's a good bed.
Yeah.
Food. I never do. If I do, I'm putting towels down and we're like having pizza in bed, and it's like, this is fun, little pizza party. But like, man, a cookie or something in bed, insane. I looked at the numbers.
And if I walk in, the kids are in there eating cookies in bed. No way.
Get out of here,
Get
kids. Right? Okay. I also looked at the numbers on a few other things, like the top things couples bicker about at home.
Oh,
I got 10.
Okay. I mean, it's always money,
Cleaning.
child care, cleaning.
Yeah, you guys are all over it.
We fight a lot. We know how this works.
Number 10.
Paying the bills.
Number 10. Not making the bed.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, we're not.
I actually make the bed with some regularity.
What, with Alex still in it?
Yeah. No, it's like whenever I take
You take
my
a nap.
I like
Is
to
it
make
made?
the bed.
Is it made? when you take your nap?
No, it's destroyed.
Oh,
there have been children in it all night. It's a mess.
Number 8 is crumbs in the bed.
Oh, they fight over crumbs in the
This
bed?
is a much bigger. I looked at the numbers. This is a much bigger thing than we thought.
You got to pick your
There's
battles.
crumbs in the bed. I don't even know what's happening.
No.
I would be mad.
It's not worth a fight.
I think the new relationship problem is going to be with the younger generation, this top sheet thing. A lot of them don't like the top sheet, but some do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I have to have a top sheet.
We've gone through periods where we didn't have a top sheet on and it was fine. But we've got one on now and I like it.
No, I have to have a sheet.
We have a top sheet. I sometimes, depending on the temperature of the room I'm in and out of it.
None of
do
our
what I gotta
children
do.
have a top sheet. I think we've put it on their bed and they just kick it to the point of disrepair. So you just, all right, fine, you don't get one.
Yeah, I get that.
Number 9, not dusting properly. Number 7, dirty.
That seems like a dumb thing to argue about.
Yeah, I agree.
Honey, this
You
room
did not.
This room
And they have a white glove on.
has been dusted, obviously, but it was not done properly.
Yeah, you
If
dusted
someone
it wrong.
dusted it, I'm happy. I'm fine.
Everybody knows it's counterclockwise.
Yeah, well, you didn't move the pictures. I don't care. You showed some initiative.
That's all you're looking for
I
from
agree.
Alex. It's some initiative.
But I agree with that.
That's there
was some effort.
Half-ass is better than no ass. That's what I say.
Number 7, dirty clothes on the floor.
Oh.
That's what I argue with our puppy about the most.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
He's just everything gets anything left
on the floor.
Not even
gets
on the
drank.
floor. It just gets redistributed throughout the house. Emma's dad stayed with us this past weekend, and I woke up to his shoe. The first thing I saw when I opened my eyes in the morning was his shoe, and I was like, "This has gotten out of control."
I mean, I don't argue with Alex about that. That's more like with the kids. Like Owen is just the clothes go everywhere. As soon as he walks in the door, he takes his pants off. And then just clothes go left and right.
He's Jeff Garland's character on the
He's
Goldbergs.
exactly that way.
Does he just drop his pants right there?
He usually goes to the bathroom, and then you find half of his clothes in the bathroom, and then he just wanders around in his underwear.
Our clothes are really... Does he really?
It doesn't even matter who's there.
What? He's in underpants?
Yes. Aaron's
underpants
girlfriend
in the
will be
house?
there, and he's just walking around in his
What
whitey
is
tighties
happening
looking
with
around.
him?
We're like, put some pants on. She doesn't care.
That is terrible.
He's a real
You've got to
problem.
break him from that.
You can't. He's untrainable.
Oh man,
he's like a wild animal at our house.
Number 6 on this list, again, this is above dirty clothes, dusting, and not making the bed. Number 6, not squeegeeing or wiping things down after a shower.
Oh, we don't do any of that.
That is never, I mean.
I think the thing is some of those newer showers where it's all glass.
Yeah. Aaron's got the only shower where you really need to do that, and we haven't been good about making him.
I think if you do it every time you shower, it makes your life easier.
We don't have one of those.
We don't either.
Number 5, whose turn it is to vacuum or mop?
Nick's the vacuumer in our house.
We share that, I would say.
But Nick doesn't like any newfangled things that I bring home for cleaning. Like
What do you mean?
He's like a purist. Well, I love a Swiffer wet jet, and he scoffs at the Swiffer wet jet. He's like,
He just wants a mop
He
and a
wants a
bucket?
mop and a bucket.
Some elbow grease.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, the Swiffer wet jet is easy. Then it's so easy.
I hope he's on board with the vacuum cleaner. You're not out back beating the carpets.
Honestly,
the old days.
Honestly, this has taken some time too because he's a Rainbow guy. Always been a Rainbow guy.
Oh, is that a brand?
Rainbow has the water reservoir where
Rainbow what?
It's a Rainbow vacuum.
It has water in it?
It has it's like a water reservoir. So when you vacuum, pet hair and everything sticks
Into the water?
Into the water.
Never heard of this.
All right. Well, I bought a new vacuum, and he would not use it for the and he's the vacuumer.
You gotta have
I'm like,
the
this
reservoir.
is so easy, so much easier. He's finally uses it a little bit,
He just wants
and the
that
Rainbow's
rainbow.
a hassle, but it's a good vacuum.
Well, if he wants to do it, I mean, I guess it's his call.
But then where do you dump all that stuff?
I don't. That's him.
Got pet hair.
Man.
Gross.
All right.
All right, we're approaching the top 4 of
Oh my
things,
gosh, I'm
couples.
excited.
This is the most exciting.
This is where it starts to get real. This is where maybe we're like,
And we only have like
nobody
another.
says
We only
anything.
have like another minute.
I
So
can make it work. I've take a look at the numbers. Number 4, starting housework but not finishing it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I get so sidetracked.
I get both.
I'm like, ooh, I think I'll clean up this table back here. Like, I walk by the table, and then you're like, oh, that looks like it needs some I'm terrible.
Yeah, we both do the same thing. Plus, the stuff's everywhere. So all I'm doing is just moving things around the house, not even putting them away yet.
But we don't argue about that.
Yeah, we do.
We don't. Yeah, we don't.
What I realize is I have to stop trying to get credit for starting something. You got to finish it.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
true.
started cleaning the room. It doesn't go
No,
far.
you don't get points for that.
I've definitely run the numbers on that. It's not good. Number 3, not putting clean dishes away. Our issues is more
dirty dishes
well,
in the
we
sink,
should move on
not
to number
washed,
2.
not washed off.
We actually work out okay because I hate doing dishes, but I don't mind putting dishes away. And
Oh, I
Alex is
hate
kind of the reverse. She doesn't mind doing dishes, but she hates putting dishes
I'm
away.
just like Alex.
Oh, really?
I don't
I don't mind putting them away.
No,
And then we
I don't like
we kind of
putting
try to
them
make Owen put dishes away sometimes, so that sort of works out every
his
now and
pants
again.
aren't on. So
But his pants, he's just walking around
unsanitary.
picking his nose with no pants on.
Someone in our home, I don't know who it is. It's as if they're not looking at the dishes when they put away when they put them away because sometimes the dishwasher's
There's
not
only you
totally.
two in
Who
your
would that
home.
be?
No, I don't. I'm not. I don't know who it might be. Number 2, leaving
when you get home.
Number 2 is leaving the toilet seat up.
Oh, nope.
No,
never.
we don't. We have our own. We each have our own bathroom.
Not an
That's
argument.
nice. I take some heat on that. And then number 1 is leaving the lights on.
No, we don't.
I mean, I don't get mad about it, but it's annoying.
We don't. We're not that. That's number 1.
Yeah.
What?
Not for the couples.
Above all
no.
that other stuff.
I yell at the kids about it because they're the worst. But
Yeah.
Alex,
Kids, don't get me
Great
started.
job with those numbers.
I took a look at the numbers, folks.
It's finally Friday. Time for Brando to sing a song.
Man, it's been a while. We've had a Finally Friday song. I mean, a couple weeks ago, but most of the summer, we weren't getting those great Finally Friday songs from Brando. So good to have
Phoning
them
it in all summer long.
back. Yeah, you need a break. You got to have a break.
Got to reset the
You
brain.
deserve it. So, Finally Friday, usually about something that happened on the show, something in your own home life. Mm-hmm. Last song was about Chris and his trip to Iceland.
Mm-hmm. It's great. Instant classic.
So, what happened this week of note?
That's a good question. You know, sometimes I like to give a little, explanation before I do the song, so everybody's up to speed. And other times I just like to surprise you with it. This is kind of a surprise one. I don't want to give too much background information. All I want to say is that this is written from the perspective of one Courtney Van Landrum. Something that happened this week. So hope you guys have all been paying attention. 'Cause if you don't, you're not going to get it. You're going to have to go back and listen to the podcast. So if you don't know how to do that, Chris can always help out too. All right, here we go. I need to reverse this frown. These early mornings can get me down. Clowning round with all my bros. Why they're laughing, nobody knows. Think it's time to change the game. Grab a snack that's far from lame. Don't eat candy or food from the fryer. I brought with me the fruit I desire. I have banana. So ripe and healthy and yellow. I have banana. I have banana. Magic moment from Monday.
It was so small and nothing.
He turned into a full song.
I have banana.
The Courtney Show.
All right, yesterday, we all, for our Wheel of Questions, answered this relationship quiz that's been going on online for a while where they're together. Each person has their hands over their eyes, and you point to the person you think fits this question. And we answered them yesterday, so only fair for us to take this quiz to our significant others, Nick, Alex, and Emma, and have them answer. So you guys haven't seen your wives' answers, and I have not seen Nick's answers. So we'll go one by one.
Okay.
All right. Who eats more? According to Alex, definitely Brando.
Yeah, me.
He has a portion problem.
That's true.
I said me.
Yeah, and Emma said it was her. Unless it's pizza or donuts, then it's Tim by a landslide.
Or cookies.
Yeah, cookies. I can't believe she didn't put cookies in here.
Yeah.
And what did Nick say?
Duh.
Nick just said duh. Does he?
He knows that he's saying he eats
He's an eater.
way more than I do. He's going to go, you didn't need to say way like that. All right, next question. Better singer.
Brandon and I both answered ourselves.
Yes.
And I said Nick.
Yeah.
I said Nick has a really good voice. Alex said Brando, although she said, I love to sing very loudly in the car and in the mornings to wake Amelia and Augie up.
I believe that.
And Emma said Tim. He says, I'm a really good, bad singer, though.
Yeah, there's something about the way she sings poorly that is enchanting. But
She's like a 90s rocker.
yeah, it's like she's not a good singer, but there's something about the way she does it.
It's intriguing.
It is intriguing.
What did Nick say?
Nick said, well, one of us is tone deaf. Not it.
Yeah, I do not have a good singing voice. Next question. Who is annoying when they're hungry? And Alex said, probably me. I have hangry issues. And Emma said,
I answered by saying that her personality is more affected by her hunger than mine.
You didn't really give a straight answer, but she claimed herself on this.
Oh, good.
She said me.
I don't remember who I said. If I said myself or
I don't
Alex.
remember either.
I feel like I may have given the nod.
I said I would talk about it a lot. Like, I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
'cause you said neither one of us, and I was like, I feel like you would talk about it more.
Yes. What did he say?
He said, Courtney, all day, you send steady reminders.
Steady reminders.
I know who I am. Next one, spends more money. And Alex said, we both spend money we don't have.
That's true.
And you said...
I said her.
You said her. And Emma said, me 100%, except on merch. It pains me to spend $40 for a t-shirt, but Tim can't get in line fast enough.
That is true.
What did Nick say? I said Nick spends more money.
Nick said, he said, me for sure. I'm a fiscal disaster.
Most romantic. Or more romantic between the two. And Alex said, Brando, he tries to hold my hand sometimes.
This is true.
And Emma said, Tim, he leaves me sweet notes every morning. And what did Nick say?
Nick said, he said, ooh, nah, that's a coin flip on who's less romantic.
Yeah. What did I say when he's on red wine? He can be poetic.
That's great.
And then said, I love you first. Alex said, I don't remember, but it was probably him because I wasn't about to say it first and have him reject me. LOL.
Yeah. That's because I kind of don't remember. And then it's like, well, it had to have been me. So that's funny that she doesn't quite remember.
Oh, I think I skipped a question. Sorry, we'll go back to that. And Emma said, Tim did while on vacation in Mexico.
Yes. On the beach. So super
And what did Nick say?
Nick said, him. He said it was on the deck of Oak Hill.
Yep.
Also the scene of the Christmas tree assault before his time.
Yes, it was. Yeah, Oak Hill. That's where it was. You guys don't need to know all that information.
I think I want to know more about the story.
I threw a Christmas tree that was out there in April. Like, I just moved it from the apartment to the deck. And then I finally threw it off the deck to get rid of it. And there was an old lady down below that I about killed. Oh, no. She about had a heart attack. All of a sudden, this dead flying tree comes crashing down.
You don't expect that in April.
And then
Christmas tree assault.
Last one, biggest baby when sick. And Alex said, really? Is that even a question? And
meaning what?
Meaning
Me.
it's
Oh,
Brandon.
really? Oh,
Yeah.
150%.
And Emma said, Tim.
Really?
I said myself.
What did you say? Did you say her?
In some diplomatic way,
Let's
you
get to
probably
Nick's
did.
answer.
Ooh.
Nick said, duh.
It's me. It's totally me. I'm fine with that. I don't care. I need to be catered to every once in a while. And that's when I get it.
Yeah.
That's when I get it.
It's the magic.
All right. So I feel like they all had a voice in this.
Yes. We should check in with them more often.
Yes, we definitely should.
Have you ever just thought to yourself, why me? Why is life so unfair? What do other people see? When they watch me walk by, when I catch my reflection, people run like I have a contagious infection. But it's not my mental health. I know that can be crushing. I'm talking about plaque psoriasis. Bet you didn't see that coming. I'm sick of the judgment, the discomfort and itching. VTAMA cream is the once daily steroid-free treatment I know I've been missing.
VTAMA Tapinarof Cream 1% is a prescription topical treatment for adults with plaque psoriasis. Do not use if you're allergic to VTAMA cream. The most common side effects of VTAMA cream include red raised bumps around the hair pores, pain or swelling in the nose and throat, skin rash or irritation, including itching and redness, peeling, burning or stinging, headache, itching, and flu. Tell your doctor about all the medicines you take and if you're pregnant or plan to be. Ask your doctor if VTAMA cream is right for you. You deserve more from your topical. To learn more, visit topicaluprising.com.